Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 15 of Around the World in 80 Tours. My name is the Lorekeeper, and here we are today in Roswell, New Mexico, which I really should stop calling attention to the rule that I set at the very beginning, where I said that I wouldn't go to any like really touristy spots because I've broken that rule like 3 times now. Um, but you know what? It's fine. It's absolutely fine, because this place is especially interesting. Okay, so just bear with me, and we'll get through. We'll get through, and we will visit some lesser known spots in the next episode. I almost promise. But anyway, welcome to Roswell. This is basically the birthplace of modern UFO conspiracy culture as we know it today. And you see, it all started in 1947. Actually, about, I think, what, 75 miles away from where we are now? Um, but yeah, so the story goes that a quote unquote weather balloon crashed in a field outside of Roswell, New Mexico. But the person that went up over there to see what happened uh, said that what he found there didn't look like anything that was in any weather balloon, didn't look even from this earth. Now, whether or not that's true remains to be seen to this very day, several decades later. Um, Now, let's go ahead and look around here, and I'll fill you in more about the story as we go. So, this place is actually pretty exciting to me for a slightly different reason, because I actually went here with my dad and my brother uh, a week or so ago, and you'll see all around there's like murals, uh, all sorts of alien stuff, because well, this town took the story from 1947 and really leaned into it, and I just think it's really charming. Some would call it kitsch. Some of us like the kitsch. So let's go ahead and look around. From what I understand, the entire city isn't necessarily alien focused. Apparently, Roswell also has a bit of a presence for like military history. I'll have to look more into that later as we go on. But this is we parked our car like right over there in that area. Oh, but let's go back over here for just a second. And like as much as I want to consider this like a special episode, um I really only have about 25 minutes to be able to do all of this. So I'm going to talk a little bit fast and I'll rely on you guys to kind of keep up. Oh yeah, and when I was actually here on my visit, for some reason I just felt like super compelled to take a picture of the Roswell Police Department, um because Roswell itself has spawned a series of books and TV series which were adapted from the books, and I think there might even be a couple movies. I don't know. But we're just gonna have a look around here. There was some there's like a painting I wanted to show you guys. Oh right. I think it's gonna be up against this wall. Hello? Uh sorry guys. I just kinda got my directions thrown off just a little bit. Ah, well we'll find it. Actually, you know what? I think it's up this way toward the UFO museum. Hold on, let me get a little bit closer here. Anyway, the mural's gonna be up here, I think, by the UFO museum. Okay, for real though, let's get on our way here. Alrighty. Now, here's the funny thing about the Roswell incident. Um, what we were dealing with back when it happened um, wasn't necessarily so much the incident itself, but rather the cover up culture that spawned from it, and like the really really suspicious things that the government was saying that didn't quite match up with what the press was saying, and then the government would like go back on what it said and just kind of contradict themselves a lot. But we'll talk a lot more about that here in just a little bit. If I can find that museum. I think I'm going the wrong way, actually. Yeah, I will absolutely have to come back here soon and talk more, do a little bit more exploration. What's this? Ah, so this is a lot of the shops, the tattoo parlors, all the souvenir stuff. Aha, there's what I wanted to show you. That mural up there. Let's see if we can get a better look at it. Whoop. Ah, yeah, this'll suffice. So you see up there how it says "be in touch." I like that. Which temporal magnifying glass is back, by the way, and you can see that these pictures here were taken in November of 2024. So as far as I know, or from what I gather, the general area of Roswell, give or take some more economic developments, I guess, with like banks and businesses all through there toward a bigger city area, just kind of has stayed relatively the same for a while. I know there were some pictures from like the early 2000s and the late 90s that showed this specific building here, the UFO Museum. And you see, back in the 2000s, aliens were a pretty popular aesthetic choice for like stickers and action figures and like roller skating rinks, and it was a popular choice. I don't know if we actually understand why that was, but I liked it. Of course, my memories of the early 2000s are kind of assembled from a patchwork of different pictures I've seen from that era. Um, since I didn't gain like mental sentience till like 2005, so I just kind of have to depend upon pictures and what I know from the pop culture of the time. Because I do consume a lot of 90s and 2000s and even 80s pop culture. All right, let's go ahead and I know last time I came to Roswell on the on this app here on World, you could actually go inside the museum here. You could go inside the museum here. Hello. Okay. One of these days I'll learn how to actually work this map. Yeah. So I didn't visit this part. This is like a research center that is inside the museum itself. Uh, but I'm gonna try and get us to the museum portion because it was pretty cool. I like this. Oh yeah, but anyway, more about the Roswell incident. Theories spawned pretty early on when the press ran the story that the government had retrieved a quote unquote flying disc from the field in Roswell, or from the field outside of Roswell. And that ended up being something that a lot of people found very interesting. Yeah, so this is like the entrance for all this. And this gift shop over here, well, it looks a little different now. because these pictures were taken in 2018, so it looks a little bit different now. But it was great. There was a lot to see. They have a website. I need to look at the website and grab some more merch because I love Roswell. I mean, it's a little bit on the nose, you could say, for someone like me. Do I believe every alien conspiracy or cover up conspiracy? No, not necessarily. But the fact that I can see where a lot of them are coming from is what interests me. And you'll find with a lot of conspiracies, especially earlier conspiracies like everything that happened in Roswell, you'll find a lot of them have at least a shred of truth to them. Maybe someone's different take on history. Who can say? But yeah, you'll see here a lot of. I can go ahead and close that for a second, I think. You'll see a lot of the timeline just mapped out here along the wall. I didn't take the time when I was here to actually read everything. I was a little bit more interested in like this old equipment, this old audio equipment and stuff. Which, if you were to press a button over there on that thing, you would actually hear one of the original broadcasts on the radio from when it happened to begin with. And the audio quality was to be expected, kind of poor, but it's also from the 1940s, so you kind of have to be a little bit graceful with it. Yeah, we'll go ahead and move along here. All right. Whoever set up this walkthrough here did so with a lot of care. But yeah, the museum looks a little bit different now than what it looks like from here. There's a little bit more to see, I think. But yeah, you'll see all these important people that were involved, not just in the history of the actual incident, but in the history of the area itself, of the military history. And I believe if you look right there, you'll see someone's cap. Can I get in a little closer and see what's up with it? I can't really make out any of this text, unfortunately. Yeah, no, that's a lost cause. I tried. But yeah, this is different from, and it's mostly different from what it was when I went to see it. It's been a little bit more refined, a little bit more organized, you could say. And there's like a UFO simulation thing over toward like the exit of the museum. We did see we did see this. I took quite a few pictures of this. And I tried to post my pictures from my trip on my YouTube channel here, but it didn't work. It kept like closing the app, which was irritating because I really did want to share it with you guys. And if I were a better video editor, which I'm not a video editor whatsoever, everything you see here is just pretty much straightforward. Um, I'd like intersplice my pictures with it, like your middle-aged aunt going on a vacation and showing you all her slides. But yeah, there's all these movie posters. That one was still there. Um, that one was. They really leaned into early sci-fi movies, which understandably so, because pretty much, I won't say pretty much everything, but a lot of things that you see in science fiction, especially going through like the 60s, 70s, 80s, and onward, a lot of it starts right here in Roswell. and not because of like producers being from here or anything, but like all the alien culture that just kind of spawned over here. All right. The first U.S. documented alien abduction case. Can I read that? Yes. The oil paintings in this display are original works of art created by Patrick Richard based on Betty Hill's descriptions. Both are included in the room in the book. I can't read. Captured the Betty and Barney Hill UFO experience. So you can see all of these paintings here, the pictures, and I have to be a little bit mindful of my time here. I have like 7 minutes left to go, and there's still so much to see. Oh my god. Um, this might end up being a two-parter. Yeah, we'll call this a two-parter, and I'll explain more in the next one. But for now, we're just gonna keep looking. Yeah, you can see this I remember reading was a is a recreation of an inscription, not inscription. Uh, I don't know what the word is for it. I'm sorry. Uh, not quite hieroglyphs, but like I don't know how to describe it. You know, like drawings that appear on like ancient artifacts, and apparently this is a recreation of artifacts found on in a tomb, not artifacts found in a tomb. Okay, here we are. This is a good drawing of it. But yeah, basically these images were found in a tomb, and they are apparently referencing some sort of machine that wasn't really of this earth. And that's where a lot of like ancient civilization theories come in, because you can see behind me other recreations of things found in tombs or on walls and stuff like that. And this here was really cool, really neat, kind of quaint. I like a certain time of day. This ship right here will spin, and this whole area will fill with smoke, and there's lights. It's so cool. My brother got a video of it. I'll have to post it here at some point. But oh yeah, Area 51. How could we ever forget everything that happened with Area 51? Sorry, that was a little scuff on my end. But yeah, uh, Area 51, where they allegedly house extraterrestrials in their ships, big deal in the conspiracy community. Like, the big deal in the conspiracy community. But, yes. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it for this portion. I'm about to go ahead and record part 2. Because, you know, it's episode 15. Why not make it a two-parter, right? But anyway, my name's the Lorekeeper, and I will see you right back here on part 2 of episode 15 of Around the World in 80 Tours. And I will see you here in about 30 seconds. Bye.